Welcome, welcome back to the second part of Heileen 3, New Horizons. Let's get on with it, shall we? Once we got back, Morgan welcomed Elias with a hearty handshake. I was watching the two of them talk when Ibile approached me. Elias looks like he's really changed, doesn't he? He sure has. Oh, how come I'm wearing these tats again? They look awful. Choose your activity, read the book. How about I haven't rescued everyone yet. Do this activity, read the book, read the book, read the book, read the book. Blah, blah. Look out, look out, be the lookout, be the lookout, be the lookout, be the lookout. Navigation. Breakthrough. Keep low, keep it low, keep it low, keep it low. Heileen? Oh, thank God I'm back in my normal clothes now. Yes? We're having another meeting in Port Royal this afternoon and I would like you to come with me. Sure. Good. Soon it was the time for us to go to the meeting. The three of us, Morgan, Juliet and I, went ashore and made our way to the location. Isn't Juliet an ugly bitch? Anyway, it took a while and I was quickly lost in thought. Why did Morgan have to bring Juliet again? The trip would have been much more pleasant if she wasn't here to watch everything I did. Nothing special happened during the meeting. In fact, everything went smoothly and I was able to give some good advice again. The moment the meeting was over, though, my stomach began to growl like a bad-tempered bear. It must be almost dinner time. Hey, you guys want to eat in the nearby tavern, the Lucky Coin? Of course, but who will accompany Heileen back to the ship? It's already dark out, and the little girl might get hurt. Morgan scowled at Juliet. Have you gone mad? I was inviting her too, you know. The smile on Juliet's face disappeared and her usual scowl returned. To think it was just the two of us before. Morgan didn't hear what Juliet said since she'd already started to lead the way to the Lucky Coin. I did though. Now I'm wondering just what kind of relationship those two really have. We arrived at the Lucky Coin and the three of us took us to take a seat at an empty table. Ah, Sir Morgan, nice to see you again. What will you have? My usual curry should do the trick, don't you think? Sorry, sir. I regret to inform you that the previous cook has been replaced, so I'm afraid the things that you usually order aren't available anymore. Oh well, let's see what's available then. I'm sure we'll be able to find something. The tavern owner handed Morgan a menu. What is this? I don't even know how to read the name of this dish. Yeah, look at that. Is it even possible with chicken meat? Could I see that? Juliet handed me the menu, and I noticed that all of the dishes sounded really familiar. If you want, I can order for you guys. I recognise these dishes, so I'm sure I can find something for you. Of course, go ahead and give them our order. I ordered some food that I knew tasted great, and the tavern owner smiled. Food will be ready in a few minutes. I bet it's that, what was his name? That cook guy from the previous episode. The food arrived and we started to eat. It was very delicious, but I couldn't take the thought the way that these dishes were cooked was oddly familiar as well. The food tastes wonderful. Indeed it does. The tavern owner arrived to bring us some red wine. Hey, we would like to meet the new cook and congratulate him personally. His food was really good. Of course. The tavern owner disappeared and his kitchen came back with Marco. Yes it is, Marco. I was so surprised to see them that I accidentally spit the wine I'd been drinking all over Juliet. What the hell? Juliet furiously stood up, pushed me away and pulled out her sword. I was about to run away in fear when Marco hit her on the head with a frying pan. Sorry. Ouch, what the... Juliet turned to face Marco and he looked back at her, his pants ready. Hey! Both Juliet and Marco looked at Morgan, their weapons still in their hands. Both of you lower your weapons and calm down. Juliet dropped her sword and Marco lowered his palm, both of them shaking by the authority in Morgan's voice. Juliet, why on earth did you attempt to attack Heileen? Look at my clothes, they are covered in wine thanks to her. So she accidentally spilt some wine? What's the big deal? I wouldn't be so angry if the spilt wine hadn't come out of her mouth. She spat it at me, Morgan. She spat on me. Heileen, why did you do that? I'm sorry, I was just surprised because the cook is my friend, Marco. Really? Morgan looked at Arthur and he nodded. Yes, I am one of Heileen's friends. I see. Oh, before I forget, thanks for the food earlier. It was incredible. We felt that we ought to congratulate you. Morgan shook Marco's hand, but Juliet still looked furious as ever. There's no time for that, Heileen. That cook may be your friend, but why did you have to react by spitting on me? I'm sorry, I really am. I'll even clean your clothes for you. You will definitely clean these clothes yourself. Juliet then turned to Marco. And you, if you ever hit me with that pan of yours again, I'm going to man you. Of course, madam. After a bit more fussing, Juliet slightly cooled down and went and hugged Marco. It's very nice to see you again, Marco. You too, Heileen, but who are these people with you? Oh, them, well, they're... my new famous friends! They're my new friends! They're the best pirates of the Caribbean. I'm even a pirate myself now. Pride! Really? Yes. You haven't heard of Morgan the pirate, right? He's that guy over there. Marco nodded, but it has an annoyed look on his face. What's on your mind? Well, I don't like the way you're bragging about your new status. Huh? The way you said new friends in particular. Well, you're still my friend. You were never like that before. You have changed. Anyway, have you seen the others yet? So far, I've only found Blackie, Bele, Robert, Elias and Jack. All of them are back on the ship. You should come with us too, Marco. Yes, we really need a new cook on board. I'm not saying that Bele isn't good, but your dishes are simply the best. Morgan seemed excited to have Marco on board, but Marco on the other hand looked enthusiastic. I don't like travelling on ships. Angry at Marco. How dare you, Marco? Huh? How dare you show such inappropriate behaviour? You shouldn't mess with this pirate. Run! Heileen, calm down. Don't yell so loud. You're scaring me. I don't care. You have done something almost unforgivable. It's only natural for me to raise my voice. Forgive me. I will go with you. Just don't hurt me. And welcome on, Marco. Marco tried to smile, but suddenly grimaced and clutched the handle of his frying pan. You definitely look nervous. You don't have to worry so much. You often stop at various colonies. We won't be going on several months long voyages, not like the big journey from England to the New World. Upon hearing my words, Marco relaxed and he finally got back to his old lovely self. Thank goodness. I'm gonna scrub the deck. Swab the deck, swab the deck, swab the deck. Read your book, read your book, read your book, read your book. Navigation, 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 navigation. Oh, the ship is moving. We're leaving this colony already. Wow, better think what I'll do on board for the trip duration then. People are what people love, what people are, what people love. Be a looker, be a looker, be a looker, be a looker. Heileen, please pass me that bowl. Here you go. Thanks. Now put these on the table over there. Marco started cooking the moment he arrived on the ship, and his dishes have been in high demand ever since. Because of that, I decided to help him. It's actually very fun thanks to Marco's bubbly personality. Here's a final batch of food. Just serve these, then you can go eat as well. Thanks. Michael handed me 2 plates with an abundant amount of food on them, very different from the ones being served to the crew. Why, they're a buffet fit for a king. Who are these for? Morgan and Juliet. Excuse me. Really? Yes, is something wrong? No, not at all. So both of them get special treatment, huh? Morgan I can understand, but Juliet? It's not fair. I brought the food to Morgan's table and handed him his plate. Thanks. No problem. I was going to hand over Juliet's plate as well, but she's nowhere to be found. Where's Juliet? She's in her cabin. You have to bring her food there. Why is she in her cabin? Is she sick? Not really. She often does this. She just prefers to eat alone. Morgan added some of his food to Juliet's plate. Go ahead and bring her this too. I'm sure she's starving. Okay. Need any help? I risk being caught up in food fight between you and Juliet? No way. No, I can manage, but thanks for the offer. I slowly made my way to Juliet's cabin. It was a long walk and no one else was around. Guess they're all eating in the dining hall right now. Getting hungry. Hurry and bring her food, she might be sick. I ignored my hunger and continued walking to Juliet's cabin. Why is she in there anyway? Maybe she's feeling sick. If she is, I better hurry. I cooked my pace and moments later I finally arrived at her door. I gave it a few brisk knocks. Oh my god. My shitting god. Juliet opened it and to my surprise she wasn't dressed in a normal pirate outfit. She was actually wearing a nightgown. Is that my food? Yes, are you okay? Do you need anything else? Kindness. I'm fine. I know you can go now. Juliet said it bluntly, but she looked touched by my concern. Are you sure? If you want, I could stay here and keep you company. Juliet paused a bit before she answered. You don't have to, it's okay, really. Juliet smiled at me and I smiled back. I was about to leave when, whispering, thanks. I turned back to say you're welcome, but Juliet had already closed the door. Swap the deck, swap the deck, swap the deck, swap the deck. Read your book, 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 read your book. Keep your log, keep your log, keep your log, keep your log. That's it. Be a looker, 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 be a looker. Navigation is my thing, navigation is my thing, navigation is my thing. Woo. Do the log, we'll do the log, we'll do the log, we'll do the log book. Read your book, 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 read your book. Be a looker, 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 be a looker. Juliet told me that we're sailing to another colony. The travel will last 2 days, so I should find myself something else to do while aboard. Be the kitchen girl is good, be the kitchen girl is good. Keep a log, we'll 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 keep a log. Read your books, 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 read your books. Be a looker, 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 be a looker. Navigation is my thing, navigation is my thing, navigation is my thing, navigation is my thing. Do this again, 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 do this again. be a looker, 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 be a looker. Navigation is my thing, navigation is my thing, navigation is my thing. I need to rest. You feel much better now, you're full of energy, ready to get back to your daily activities. Oh, the ship is moving, we're leaving this colony already. Well, but I think what I'll do on board for the trip duration then. This again. Be a looker, 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 be a looker. Save here. Woo! Keep along, we'll 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 keep along. Read your books, 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 read your books. Be a looker, 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 be a looker. Navigation is my thing, navigation is my thing, navigation is my thing, navigation is my thing. Be a looker, 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 be a looker. Read your books, 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 read your books. Keep along, we'll 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 keep along. Navigation is my thing, navigation is my thing, navigation is my thing. Read your books, 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 read your books. Be a looker, be a looker, be a looker, be a looker, be a looker. Read your books, read your books, read your books. Juliet told me that we're sailing to another colony. The travel lasts 4 days, so I should find myself something else to do while on board. Oh, good God. The sky is very clear, isn't it? You can see all of the stars. Yeah, it's so pretty. We stood next to each other, admiring the starry sky while we talked. We jumped from one topic to another and started talking about our friends in the shipwreck. I'm so happy to have found Jack, Elias and Marco already. Our time here on the ship has been nicer since they arrived. I agree, but the others are still... My voice trailed off as I started to think about the others we haven't found yet. Don't worry, we'll find them soon enough. The people who are closest to you. Abila smiled, then started to caress my hair. I looked at Abila with a smile that faltered into a frown. Something about our conversation struck me as odd. I'm sure it's nothing, I should just ignore it. I watched Abila as she continued to caress my hair. I looked at her delicate features, from her silky hair to her pretty face to her expressive eyes. Everything about her was beautiful. I was starting to feel envious of it. There's something wrong? Why are you looking at me like that? I stopped looking at her, turned my gaze to the ocean. I really hope we find John, Laura, Marie and Otto soon. Anyway, Abila, it's getting late. Shouldn't we get out of bed now? Okay, let's go. Abila, we're about to go to our cabins when we suddenly heard a scream. Help! What the? Did you hear that, Abila? Yes, I think it came from the other side of the boat. Doesn't sound familiar. It sound familiar to you? Not really. Let's go and see who it is. Abila and I ran to where we thought the scream was coming from. Where is that voice coming from? Look over there, Heileen, a raft. Abila pointed to the distance, and I saw a silhouette of a man on a raft. Do you know who that is? No, it's too dark to see anything. Who is making all that noise? Juliet arrived, and she glared at us as if she'd caught us doing something wrong. It's not us, look over there, man. Juliet's eyes widened for a moment, Then she unexpectedly hurried to a lifeboat to save the man. Ibelia and I followed her, even as she yelled at us to stay there and that we were not needed. A few minutes later, the three of us finally got close to the man. Now that I could see him, it turned out that he was John. Juliet grabbed the seemingly unconscious John and pulled him onto the boat. After she'd done that, she gave the man a confused look. Wasn't he the one screaming a while ago? Yeah. Juliet looked at him again, even more confused. And I think I know why. How is it possible for a man who was screaming just a few minutes ago to be unconscious right now? Wonder some more. How on earth could that happen? Wait, nonetheless. Juliet, Heileen, what are you doing? We need to help him. He needs mouth to mouth. That's it. If you guys are not going to help, I will. Billy moved close to John and leaned over him. Wait a Billy, what? Wouldn't it be better if you carried him back and let Robert do it? Yesterday. Billy looked confused for a moment, so I gave her a wink and gestured that John was only pretending to be unconscious. She smiled and played along. Ah yes, it would be better if an expert like Robert does it. John opened his eyes and laughed. You're as smart as I remembered, Heileen, I still can't fool you. John smiled and the two of them shrugged joyfully. Kind of felt weird though. A lot of time had passed until I saw him. Now here he was acting like a big kid. The John I remembered was different from the one in front of me right now. I decided now to ask him a few questions while we're getting back on the boat. How did you get here in the middle of the ocean? I was trying to escape the inhospitable island while using a raft that I built myself. Knowing how lazy John was, I couldn't help wonder if he was telling the whole truth. Do you have any more questions? Not right now, just get some rest. We finally arrived on board and I saw Morgan approaching us. What happened? Why did you leave the ship? I found another one of my friends, Morgan. It's John. I brought his arm to introduce him to John, but once he saw him, he frowned. So this is the famous John? Yeah. He looked at him from head to toe, then frowned even more. The way he looked at John was a bit scary. Maybe introducing the two of them wasn't a good idea. A few minutes later, he reached out to John and shook hands with him. Welcome aboard. Morgan's grip must have been strong because John immediately winced in pain. Thank you. You arrived just in time. You needed his shit, boy. He let go of John's hand and left without another word. John watched him leave and turned to look at me, a sad expression on his face. Is he the man you're staying with now? I was about to say no, I suddenly thought about how he tried to fool us earlier. Morgan is one of the greatest people I've ever met. You should be grateful to have met him too. Read your books, 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 read your books. Be a looker, 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 be a lookout. Navigation is my thing, navigation is my thing. I just finished eating some of Marco's excellent food and I was currently heading back to my cabin. On my way there, I saw Elias preparing to visit a nearby colony. When we stopped at a new colony, Elias went to see if the natives needed his help. I was watching Elias pack his stuff when I saw Ibile approach him. Are you ready to go, Ibile? Yes, just let me fetch Heileen. Sure. Oh, so they're pantomiming me along as well. But I really wanted to take a nap. What should I do? Sneak away to your cabin. I have no intention of going there at all. I just ate and I really want to have a quick nap. I furtively started sneaking towards my cabin, careful that the two of them didn't see or hear me. All I wanted was a really quick nap. 2 or 3 hours would do the trick. And all of a sudden I heard a voice calling out my name. Ibile, I found Heileen. Thanks, Heileen. Let's go. We need to help Alas. Grumbles. Do I really have to? What? Nothing. Let's just go. Dang it. I guess I didn't have a choice. We arrived on land an hour later, and we started travelling through the jungle on our way to the village. Alas, one of the natives don't understand us. I know the war chief. He speaks our language quite well, so we shouldn't have to worry about a language barrier. We finally reached the village, and I can feel a shiver run down my spine. This village was awfully similar to the one we went to when we were shipwrecked, and the natives who live here didn't look friendly at all. Could they be cannibals too? Elias innocently approached someone who looked like their leader. While they were speaking to each other, I got closer to Ibila and told her what was on my mind. Whispering, Ibila, this village, it's very similar to the one we escaped from when we were shipwrecked. Yeah, I thought of the same thing. Robert tightened the grip on his spearing board and looked at all of them. If something bad happens, the only thing we can do is run. Too many of them, too dangerous to fight. Elias turned to us and gestured for us to come closer. We slowly and cautiously moved forward, trying our best not to do anything they might not like. Guys, this is Thepsukol, the war chief. He can understand our language just fine, so you don't have to worry anymore. Thepsukol was looking at us right now, and I was unsure of what to do. Meet him and wait. Good afternoon. Thepsukol nodded his head, and I decided to remain silent while I waited for him and Elias to finish their conversation. Patience. I didn't feel safe or reassured at all, but I secretly hoped that everything would turn out for the best. Are there any problems in this village? All of us are in good health. The only problem is the big man who always complains. Big man? Yes. All of us find him irritating, but he does not seem to notice. Would you mind if we visit this man? Maybe he has some kind of disease that... Hey, just wonder what bed is this? It's made of leaves. How can anyone rest properly in one of these? And there he goes again. What the... I recognise that shouting even from a mile away. Ibile and Robert must have been thinking the same thing, because all three of us jumped in the direction of the voice. But our sudden movement alarmed the natives, who moved to block our way with weapons. Robert raised his spear in response, and there was a moment of tension. What are they doing? It's nothing. We will take the big annoying man. We just want to see him. Thepsukol and the natives were visibly relieved by Elias's words, and some of them were even smiling from ear to ear. They happily led us past, and one of them led us to a small straw hut. Inside we found my Uncle Otto with ripped clothes and looking slimmer than usual. Bean and I shouted in glee while Robert and Elias smiled upon seeing him. However, after that brief moment of happiness, Otto immediately started complaining. What took you so long? Do you even know what I had to go through? I was so happy to find him again that I decided to ignore his incessant ramblings and just smiled at everything he said. I kind of missed this after all. The five of us saluted the native villagers and we started heading back to the ship. We should have brought some horses with us. Just look at all the walking we have to do. It's tiring. It was almost dinner time when we were finally arrived back at the ship. Morgan met up with us and shook Otto's hand. Welcome aboard, sir. Otto gave him a smile, but it disappeared the moment he'd gotten a look around the ship. What in the world? Heileen, have you gone mad? I started panicking and tried my best to shut him up. Shh, Uncle, not here. Of all the people you can meet, why does it have to be pirates? Morgan laughed at the scene, but Juliet just got annoyed. Great, just great, a little dead weight on board, and this time it's a big one. But ma'am, Otto, he's the best negotiator I know. Maybe he can be of assistance when you trade. All of us fell silent and Morgan stepped forward with a serious look on his face. We are pirates, we don't trade, we take by force. Marco fidgeted at the tone of Morgan's voice, and Juliet wore a look of glee on her face. Then Morgan laughed and patted Marco on the back. I was kidding. That's actually good to know. Morgan left as Marco breathed a sigh of relief and Juliet's glee dissolved into disappointment. Morgan, you have become a weakling. Otto approached Marco and started to talk to him. Marco, boy am I glad to find you. Prepare me some food. Laughing, but of course. Marco and Otto left for the kitchen and Juliet quickly went to follow them. They'd better not eat all the food in there. They'd be there, stay with me. So all of them left one by one. It seems that Otto is most happy to see Marco, but you know that deep inside, down inside, he's really happy to be with all of us again. I'm not sure if what Ibile was saying was really true, but I'll try my best to believe that. Read a book, read a book, read your books, 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 read your books. Keep a log, or 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 keep a log. Navigation is my thing, navigation is my thing, navigation is my thing, navigation is my thing. Be a look, and 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 be a look. I noticed Otto talking with Marco, Robert and Billy, so I went closer to listen. Once again, the food is really great. Nothing beats your dishes, Marco. Thank you. Billy smiled at the two of them and went even closer to join in on the conversation. The whole family is together again. I'm sure Heileen is happy. Otto fell silent and Nabila glared at Robert. Wow, Robert. Oh wait, Laura, she's still not here, I'm sorry. Each and every one of us went quiet, and a serious expression appeared on Otto's face. I have to go, I have to check on food I'm cooking, please excuse me. Marco left the four of us alone. Robert looked miserable while Abide held Otto's hand in an attempt to comfort him. Don't worry, we'll find Laura. Otto brushed Abile's hands off and moved away. Of course we'll find her, it's only a matter of time. He grunted something indecipherable, then retreated to his cabin. Heileen, you should go with him and comfort him. I'm sorry, but I can't. But he's your uncle. It's just, I feel uneasy when I'm alone with him. I don't know what to say, and he's always so rude. He's a nice man, he's just hiding that by being rude. I know that, but still, I can't. I'm sorry. Marco came back carrying an apple cake. This is Otto's favourite, but he didn't eat it today. I wanted to bring this to him, so Heileen, please accompany me to his cabin. Okay. We arrived and Marco knocked on the cabin's door. Who is it? It's me, I've got the apple cake. Coming. I waited for us to open the door, but Marco put the apple cake in my hands and ran away. What? Marco? I was going to run after him, it was too late. Otto had already opened the door. I thought I heard Marco's voice. Aha, you see, he had to run away. I see, well, come in and share the cake with me. Really? But why? Silly child, it's too big for me. I can't eat it all by myself. I see. I entered the room and Otto and I started cutting the cake in awkward silence surrounding us. In a second. I entered the room and Otto and I started cutting the cake, an awkward silence surrounding us. Keep things from being more awkward. I got myself a big slice of the cake and ate it. Wow, it really is delicious. Leave the rest of the cake for Otto. I decided to leave the rest of the cake alone though. When he saw me put my plate aside, Otto gave me a confused look. Empress. Why don't you eat some more? Do you not like it? No, it's actually really good. I just need to keep myself in shape. Otto grabbed another bite and murmured something. You're already in perfect shape, but probably a bit too skinny for the likes of me. Laughing, yeah, I'm not really like Laura, am I? Mentioning Laura's name was probably a big mistake because Otto started crying. Good lord, I've never seen him like this before. I wasn't sure what to do, so I just hugged him, hoping it'd give him some comfort. My life has no meaning without her. Even if she always flirted with other men, I still love her. What would I do without her? There, Uncle. We found you, didn't you? You also found Abelia, Robert, Marco, and all the others. So why shouldn't we find Nora as well? She's somewhere out there waiting for us to reach her. Otto finally seemed to feel better and he stopped crying. But what about the pirates? Are they really willing to help us? They could ask for something in return, something we might not have. You don't have to worry about that, Uncle. That's easy you say. You don't know the things I have done. Morgan Leach is actually my old friend Marcus. He would never hurt us. Otto started to yell at me, but stopped when he heard the name Marcus. That kid you met when you were studying in the monastery? Yes. Why, that's an amazing coincidence. See, if something like that is possible, then surely we'll be able to find Laura again, right? Otto smiled and nodded in agreement. Happy and light feelings settled in my chest as I left his cabin. I should thank Marco for making me come here. After all, it's because of him that I was able to get close to Otto like this. Oh, read your books, 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 read your books. Be a looker, 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 be a looker. Navigation is my thing, navigation is my thing, navigation is my thing. Juliet told me that we were sailing to another colony. The travel lasts 2 days, so I should find myself something else to do while aboard. Keep along, we'll keep a look, we'll keep along, we'll keep a look, we'll keep along, we'll keep a look. Be a looker, be a looker, be a looker, be a looker. Abela and I were taking a leisurely stroll on the bridge when we noticed John. Both of us walked closer to him, and he beamed when he saw us. His clothes are so bad. The two of you look beautiful today, ladies. John directed his comment at both of us, but he had his eyes on Abela. Especially you, Abela. Thank you. Oh, he's back to being his old bastard womanizer again. Agree with him. It's always like that. It's annoying. He's telling the truth though. Bela is exotic and one of a kind. Not many women are able to achieve that kind of beauty. Maybe he's just trying to be polite. I shouldn't get angry or jealous. Why? Why is he still looking at her? Bela, let's go. Robert might get worried if we don't come back to him inside soon. I pulled Bela's arm, waved goodbye to John and walked away with her. Once we're out of earshot, Bela started laughing. What's so funny? Nothing. I'm not jealous if that's what you're thinking. No, not at all, Heileen. Actually, I wanted to thank you for making us leave. I was getting embarrassed. After a little more walking, Bela and I stopped for a moment. Heileen, I noticed something about you and John. You both seem distant. You're not very close to each other anymore. I find it odd because there was something going on between the two. I thought there was something going on between the two of you. I'm not sure, but I think it's because a lot of time has passed. It feels like we need to get to know each other all over again. Besides, when you first met me, I was young and experienced when it comes to those kind of things. Now that I've grown older and wiser, I'm more to carve and not as easy to fool. He barely smiled and nodded. Perhaps you're right, you ought to be careful with your choices, so always remember to evaluate them properly. Choices? What was she talking about? But before I could ask her about it, Robert came by and Abela left with him. I went into my cabin and sat on my bed thinking about my conversation with Abile. I heard a soft purring next to me, and when I looked down I saw Black. Hey Black, what do you think of, romance? I don't know much about it, but during this trip you will be able to meet several people, and you'll be able to form relationships with them. You can only be friends with some of them, but there are others that can lead to something more, whether they are a man or a woman. A man or a woman? Is that true, Black? What is wrong with that? Love is love, Heileen. When it comes down to it, gender doesn't matter at all. Isn't it age doesn't matter? Okay then, let me rephrase that. Nothing matters when it comes to love. If your heart beats for a certain person, regardless of who he or she is, you should follow it. I see, but how will I know my current relationship with the others? In case you missed it, in the status screen there's a section called Relationships. There you can view all your relationships with every character you've met. Right, I get it. What's the status screen? Don't look at me, I'm a cat. Even I don't know everything. Woo, status screen. Romance. Ooh, Juliet. Yeah. I don't even know who Sebastian is. Keep along, we keep along, we keep along, we keep along. Shoot your bugs, shoot your bugs, shoot your bugs, shoot your bugs. Be a looker, be a looker, be a looker, be a looker. Oh, navigation is my thing, navigation is my thing. The food was delicious, wasn't it? Of course, it's Marco's cookie. Yes, but both of you eat too much. As if you don't eat as much, if not more. John and I laughed, and Robert gave her a look of shock. I do not. Four of us were talking about how much Robert ate when a group of men passed by. They stopped near us and started talking about a place called the Red Lantern. Why don't we go there again later? It might be fun. Yeah, we'll get to see those hot girls again. I hope they're scantily dressed as last time. It'd be like Robert and I continued talking, but John just stood there. He wasn't even listening to us anymore. Hey, are you listening to that group of men over there? No, why would I? It's fun enough talking to you guys. The men made some more remarks about hot women, and John ignored us yet again, whispering, Bele, all men are pigs, aren't they? John moved closer to the men, intent on getting some more information about the Red Lantern. It being out long, I looked at each other while Robert smiled, amused by John's actions. It's quite cold, isn't it, guys? I wish I could just kiss John right now. I definitely feel warmer that way. Or maybe we keep each other warm in my room. John didn't react and continued to listen to the group of men, but when he'd been there and Robert started laughing, he turned his head back to us. Why are you laughing? It seems like you're interested in this Red Lantern place. But if the room there is good as they say, I agree that it could be an interesting place to visit. Wait, if Robert knew about that, then he was eavesdropping too. And it seems he did a better job than John. Bele gave Robert a very nasty look. Why were you listening? I was curious, that's all. Well then, if you're curious, let's go. It could be fun. Sure. Sure, why not? John stared at me for a moment like he thought he had misheard me, but then he smiled and ruffled my hair. I'm happy to hear that, Heileen. Aye, Billy, Robert, can you guys come with me as well? It'll be safer that day. That way, you never know when things could get out of hand. Robert was about to give an answer, but Billy beat him to it. I don't think we should go. Don't worry, Billy. If we don't like the place's atmosphere, we'll just stay for a few minutes and leave. We're not really obliged to stay once you get inside, are we? Alright then, just a few minutes, okay? Night arrived and all of us went to the Red Lantern. There were a lot of people inside, but I can tell with a single glance that the crew was exaggerating. There were women dressed in revealing outfits. It was not really as provoking or as cute as they said. As we started looking for a table, we noticed a large crowd cheering at someone who was dancing. Hey, let's take a look over there. All four of us took a look with great difficulties. Everyone in the crowd was elbowing each other, and some of them even stepped on my foot. But when we finally got in our places in the middle of the crowd, we started watching, we saw something unexpected. It's gonna be Laura, hasn't it? Really? There we go. We saw Laura dancing in a very sensual dance to a very slow song. She was so scantily dressed that I think she could have been better off if she wasn't wearing anything at all. John stared at her with an open mouth. I got so annoyed with him when I slapped him. Ouch, what was that for? John screamed caught Laura's attention. She looked over us. Upon seeing all of us, she ran toward me and gave me a big hug. And she proceeded to hug me and Robert and John. I never thought I'd see any of you again. She was so happy that tears started forming in her eyes. What are you doing in a place like this, Laura? Well, I found my way out here after the shipwreck, and he only gave me a job as a waitress. But he immediately noticed my potential and asked me if I wanted to dance in order to help raise morale. Ever since I started dancing here, the tavern has been constantly full of people. But of course, who wouldn't want to see a beautiful woman like you dance, Laura? John rambled on a bit more about how beautiful she was, and I wanted to hear them again. But before I could though, the crowd started cheering and complaining. All of them wanted the show to go on. Tell them it's over. I think all of you had enough for tonight. The show is over. The crowd complained and started booing. Bah, shut up, little girl. You're just jealous because you're not as beautiful as that lady is. Laura shielded me from the man and said, look on her face. That's not true at all. The man was about to give a comeback, but Laura grabbed a glass of wine and threw it in his face. After that, all hell broke loose and a brawl started. Robert quickly stopped her there by carrying 2 or 3 people slamming him violently to the ground. Thanks to that and his obvious presence, the fighting stopped and there was a moment of silence. Does anyone else want their bones broken? No one said a word, and all of us quickly took the opportunity to get out of the tavern. Once we got outside, Laura instantly started asking questions. Have you found the others already? We have found a lot of people, including Otto. I expected Laura to be happy to hear that, but instead she looked surprised and somewhat annoyed. I was going to ask her about it, but she changed the topic and asked Robertson and Belay to lead her to the ship. We finally arrived, and the first 2 people who noticed us were Otto and Morgan. Hey, who's that other one with you? One of your... Morgan stopped talking, his eyes widened the moment he saw Laura. Otto saw her too and ran towards her, but then he tripped and fell, knocking her over and managing to land on her. Uncle! All of us were worried that his huge and heavy figure crushed poor Laura. Luckily, she was okay. Morgan came closer to us to introduce himself to Laura. You must be Laura. Heileen has told me quite a lot about you, and I must say, it's a pleasure to finally meet you. Laura looked at him, quickly shook his hand, and then gave him the sweetest smile. Oh no, the pleasure is all mine, good sir. What on earth? She's flirting with him? She had only just reunited with Otto, and already she's flirting with the guys. I couldn't stand to watch it anymore. I decided to leave before I got too upset. When I walked away from all of them, Mabina quickly followed me. What's wrong, Heileen? You look angry. It's Laura. She's now just reunited my uncle, and there she is, flirting with all the men already. Doesn't she know how much Otto missed her? Doesn't she understand how people will feel if she continues doing that? I don't think it's like that. What? That's just how Laura is. She acts like this with everyone. She has this natural magnetic gaze. I'm quite certain that she's not doing it on purpose. My anger slowly faded as Abila is explaining these things to me. And after we finished talking, I felt much calmer. Navigation is my thing. Navigation is my thing. Navigation is my thing. Read the bus, read your 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 bus. Keep along, we keep along, we keep along, we keep along. Whoop. Be a lookout, be a lookout, be a lookout, be a lookout. Read your bus, read your bus, read your bus. I rested in my camera and suddenly heard someone knocking on my door. Who is it? It's us. Get out here. Okay. I opened the door to see Otto and Laura waiting for me. Is something the matter? Not at all, my dear. But it is okay if you ask you to accompany us to Port Royal. Why? Wow, you're quite popular there, aren't you? What makes you think that? People have seen you there with Morgan several times. And since everyone respects Morgan, I'm sure they respect you too. But I still don't get why. For goodness sake, Heileen, we feel that it'd be safer if you go with us since people there see you as someone respectable. Is that a good enough reason? I nodded, mostly out of a fear of being yelled at again. Good, now let's go. Thank you, Heileen. On our way to the colony, I asked Otto where we were going, and he answered with a serious expression on his face. Ever since Laura arrived on the ship, there have been a few problems. She keeps dressing as she always did, and the pirates are always taking turns complimenting her. There have been a few accidents because the pirates were busy being distracted by her instead of focusing on what they were doing. So I have to get her better clothes, and by better I mean something that actually covers most of her body. We finally arrived on land and saw that there was a market in town today. There were a few people everywhere scurrying back and forth, some of them buying and selling things. As we walked with them on various stalls, I remembered back when I was a kid and how I used to go to town market with the two of them. It is a distant memory, but it gave me a warm feeling of nostalgia when I thought about it. Maybe we should do these kind of things more often. Are you trying to cheat me? Or maybe not. I turned around to see Otto arguing with the merchants. What's wrong? This pair of boots is too expensive. He's trying to cheat us. Muttering, you're still as stingy as ever, Uncle. I watched the two of them argue a bit more, but then Laura pulled me away from them. Oh, what's up? I don't want to wear what he wants to buy for me. Why? Clothes like that make me look old and uninteresting. That just won't do her. Heileen, I want to be desired. Look, Heileen, look at the horror he wants me to wear. Horror? What is so horrifying about conservative clothes? You'll never make me wear something like that. I think Otto has a point now. What's wrong with wearing conservative clothes? Ignore them. Whatever. Whenever Laura decides on something, there's no way to change her mind. And besides, this was an issue between the two of them. I shouldn't be getting involved. So hot, and the large crowd wasn't helping to make things more comfortable either. I should just go. I don't want to walk around every single one of these stores just to find the right dress for Laura. Hey Laura, I'll just wait for you guys at the dock. Is that okay? Sure, see ya. Good luck in finding something. I'm at the docks for almost an hour, and there has been no sign of either of them. I was about to get back to the market and look for them when I heard someone shout my name. Heileen, where did the two of you disappear to? You had me worried. Well, I helped Laura get a new dress. Then where on earth is she? She should be here soon. Arthur and I waited a few minutes and we finally heard Laura's voice. Yoo-hoo! Sorry I'm late. The two of us turned to look at her, and we were both stunned to see she was wearing a pirate outfit. Arthur's mouth dropped open and he gaped at her in disbelief. So what do you think? Well, we are not pirates. Take that thing off right now. Dang it, why was it so hard to please him? I moved closer to him and tugged on his sleeve to catch his attention. What? Whispering, at least Laura's covered now. You should be happy with this. Or she might change into something that's too revealing again. Perhaps you're right. Considering the circumstances, right, this will have to do. I let go of Otto's arm and moved closer to Laura to get a better look at her new clothes. That's a really nice dress, Laura. Thank you. How much did that cost? Morgan told me that pirate outfits are expensive. Laura winked at me and then smiled mischievously. The tailor gave me a special price. Oh dear, I guess there really is no hope for her. The three of us returned to the ship with me feeling very relieved for both of them. Laura's new dress should attract less attention from the pirates, I hope. Morgan stopped by earlier to tell me that we're sailing to another colony. It will take 2 days to reach the destination. Well, let's see what I can do then. I need to rest. Oh. Read your books, 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 read your books. Be a looker, 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 be a looker. Keep it up, we keep it up, keep it up, we keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. Navigation is my thing, navigation is my thing. I'm gonna save here, and I will see you next time, everyone. Thanks for joining us. See you again soon. Have a lovely day now. Bye.